Today, we'll be providing tips to high school seniors for navigating college portals, and specifically providing advice for portals with the California State University system and the University of California system. Hello, my name is Chris White, and in my 20 years of counseling students, one of the most critical but challenging steps in the process is supporting students as they navigate college portals. So students, if that is you, if you're struggling with logging into college portals or understanding college portals, understand that you're not the first and you will not be the last, and hopefully these tips will help you to navigate these portals successfully. So that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my screen. And so on the right side, you're going to see these tips, these 3 tips that I'm going to share with you. And on the left, I'm going to navigate these portals so that you can see these portals in action. So let's jump right into it. Tip number 1, check email. Certainly understand that high school students aren't as used to checking emails as regularly as adults are. However, it's important to understand that this is the primary way in which colleges are going to communicate with you. So be sure to check your email. As you'll see in these emails, some very important information is provided to you. The links to the admissions portal obviously are given to you through the emails. Initial login credentials and personal identification numbers, and colleges will keep you up to date through the email. So just make sure that you're constantly checking your email. And another good reminder is that if you ever get stuck or forget how to log into your portals, go back to your emails and you'll see that trail of emails that led you to actually log into the portal for the first time. So if you've set up the portal, it's been a couple weeks, and then you've forgotten how to get into that portal, just go back to your email and you'll kind of find your way back into that portal. So that being said, let's go ahead and log into a portal. And so as an example, we are using San Francisco State. So a CSU system school, we'll start with that. And which leads me to tip number 2. And tip number 2 is read the details. And I'll start by saying portals are text heavy, and students need to approach reading these portals more like an assignment given to them by their English teacher, as opposed to a Snapchat that comes from their friend. So really look at the details and read it thoroughly. And if you do that, you should be able to navigate them fine. So as we read the details here, you'll notice obviously some key information that pops up. You'll learn about orientation information, where to make your commitment deposit or accept your admissions offer, financial aid packages, immunization records, sending final transcripts. So again, reading the details, really looking closely at these portals is going to be critical. Okay, so then it takes us to tip number 3, know the key sections. As you can see, as I look on the left, there's the Student Center is a place where I'll find my financial aid award, submit my proof of immunization, and also as I go up, the accept my admissions offer, it's the Student Center. The only exception is the orientation, which again, you can link that, go right to the orientation link. But a key section for the California State University system is the Student Center. So let's go and click on that. And I want to let's use financial aid as an example. I want to go see my financial aid package. So when I click on Student Center, one might assume that I would go directly to the Student Center. That is not the case. And that is actually often the case with the California State University, where they have a website which they want to provide you with a lot of good information, but they don't necessarily always get you directly to where you want to go. So we still want to get to the Student Center, but remember, I wanted to find out my financial aid package. So my assumption is that it's going to say something about financial aid somewhere here to lead me there. And the best thing that I could find here, right, is financial. I see financial and jobs. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And so my hope is, again, I want to see my financial aid package. I want to get to the student center. Am I in the student center? I feel like I am. I'm closer, but I'm not quite yet, right? So the student center is here. You want to now click on Access Student Center. And yes, here I am. So again, know key sections, know the key sections. And for the California State University system, the Student Center is very critical. And here we are. The good news is that all the California State Universities, they use the same system, and the Student Center, it looks the same. So for San Diego State, for San Marcos, for CSU schools, the Student Center is going to look just like this. So once you're here, then you want to learn how to navigate the Student Center. What's very important, some important pieces in this Student Center, the to-do list is over here on the right side. If you have things that you have to update the university with, they will list them here. They will often, again, send you an email for you to log into your portal so that you can see your to-do list, and then they'll tell you exactly what that to-do list item is in here. Accept your offer of admission. Very important. If the student decides to go to San Francisco State, they would need to go down to the bottom of their student center and click on accept or decline. Of course, in this case, it would be accept, right? And as I mentioned earlier, I wanted to see my financial aid package. So I'm going to click on financial aid. And again, I'm very confident this is going to be taking me, because I'm in the student center, should take me directly to my financial aid. And here I am. One quick note with regards to the financial aid is they reveal it or they show it to you. It's given out over the full year. So when you apply for financial aid, you've given it for the entire year. What they also will show you below is just they divide it into two, so you can see in the fall semester and in the spring semester what that aid looks like. So it's the same financial aid package. It's just divided into two. One of the other important pieces to understand is that this is the aid provided to the student. It's not necessarily the cost of attendance. So you want to compare the money that you're being given to what it costs to go to that school. So there's a little link here. It says cost of attendance, and you could just click on that and it'll show the cost of a state institution. What I also now want to show you, that's key sections for the California State University. I also want to show you key sections for the University of California. So what I have logged into here is a portal for the University of California, Santa Barbara. To backtrack a bit, I've checked my emails, I've clicked into my email, found the portal for UC Santa Barbara, logged into my portal, reading the details, right? That second tip of reading the details. And now as I read the details here, some very important key sections for a UC campus are steps to enrollment, as you'll see here. And as I read the details of the steps to enrollment, I'll scroll down and I see the different components of actions to do before deciding to attend UC Santa Barbara. And essentially, these are things to help you get familiar with the University of California school, in this case, Santa Barbara. And then the actions to do when you have decided to attend UC Santa Barbara. This is very important. If the student decides to go, they would need to make sure they submit, and the UCs commonly use the term or the phrase statement of intent to register. This is where the student would commit to Santa Barbara. And then, most importantly, this process doesn't end here. It only actually, in a lot of ways, begins. So then there's follow-up steps, actions to do after you've decided to attend UC Santa Barbara, a series of orientations and sending transcripts, summer programs, EOP, parent and guardian contact information, and then actions to do once you've enrolled in UC Santa Barbara. Register for classes, pay fees, check important deadlines, and support services. So the list goes on. But again, to understand what are the key sections of a portal that you need to be able to get to in order to execute enrolling successfully into that institution. So as a quick review, check your email regularly. And of course, if you've forgotten how to log into a portal, go back to your email. When you get into the portal, read the details, be diligent, be patient, click as frequently as you need to click to get to the final source where ultimately you know the key sections. California State University key section, Student Center. For the University of California, it is steps to enrollment. Last but certainly not least, understand that professionals are ready to help. Do not hesitate if you ever get stuck. College admissions office, you can contact them. As a matter of fact, actually here for UC Santa Barbara, contact and connect with the admissions office at Santa Barbara if you need help. The financial aid office, if you have any questions about your financial aid package. College tech support, if you need any help with portals, there's contact information oftentimes in those emails as well. And of course, your high school counselor has experience in supporting students through this process. I know you could do this. I know you will do this. And I look forward to seeing you in college.